Welcome back. I make this quick video on Mission Impossible 3, the 4K Blu-ray disc version, and it's not really a review of the movie, although it is one of my favorites. It's to inform you that if you already own the regular Blu-ray version, the 1080p, and thinking if it's worth upping to the 4K resolution and sound, let me tell you, it is worth it. Also, for those looking for a great movie disc to test their surround sounds, this disc will push the boundaries of your system. Quick story. The 4K version I had to order online on Best Buy's website because I didn't want to buy the collection bundle. The single version, they had all parts, but not the part that I needed, part 3 of course. Upon receiving the disc through delivery, I was greatly disappointed when I noticed that the 4K disc surround was in Dolby 2 HD and not in Dolby Atmos. I wanted to experience the movie in 3D surround, and having it in 4K wasn't as important. One bad thing about the disc that I received during one of my favorite scenes, when the Predator missile strikes a vehicle by Ethan Hunt, causing him to bounce against it from the blast, the movie glitches for a few seconds before continuing. I played this movie on multiple players such as the PS5, 3 Xbox Series X, Sony Blu-ray player, the UBP X800M2, and the only player that the disc ran without a glitch was my Oppo UDP 203. So I don't know if it's just my disc, because my devices are up to date, or it's just part of the movie when they release it in 4K. If you guys have this movie and you guys experience the same thing, go ahead, please let me know in the comments so I know that if it's not just my disc. Besides that info that I just mentioned, the picture is better than a 1080p disc version, and the sound is one of the best surround sounds put on a disc. I didn't even realize that the 1080p Blu-ray version that I've had since they released the 1080p version, it was only recorded in Dolby Digital. Now, back then, you know, Dolby Digital, which is your lossy surround sound, it was wonderful. But now that we have lossless surround sound, such as 2 HD and Dolby Atmos, it is a lot better than your compressed Dolby Digital. Now, the 4K Blu-ray version, the way that they render Dolby 2 HD in this movie, is by far the loudest and one of the greatest sounding sounds put on a disc. The way the sound is mastered alone is worth buying the 4K version, especially if you own a surround sound system. You're not gonna want to skip this 4K version, even though it is only in Dolby 2 HD. It does truly belong in a home theater's enthusiast collection. I've tested many sounds in Dolby Atmos, such as Deadpool in 4K, and the sound in that movie is crazy good if you haven't heard it, and it will rumble your theater room. For Mission Impossible 3 in Dolby 2 HD, the gunfire will make your speakers scream, and your subs will be tested. Usually, Dolby Atmos disc typically is better, but the metadata in this Dolby 2 HD will give any Dolby Atmos a run for its money. On a side note, Dolby Atmos is an extension of Dolby 2 HD's format, but takes your high channels to the 3D spatial environment. Before I go, the processor, amps, and subs I used to play MI3 on this is the Rotel RSP1576, Marantz AV7706, Rotel RKB8100V2, Outlaw 7000X, Rel HT1508, and the Rel T9X. The speakers I'll leave in the description for those who are wondering. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video, guys. It's an awesome disc if you're thinking about upgrading to the 4K version, and if you don't even have the movie or never seen the movie, it's well worth the movie and story, of course, and the sound and 4K resolution and whatnot. So thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe for more home theater relations. I'll catch you on the next one. Hit it. Dragons out.